Uh, Trade in your low ROI paying property with one of the Gusta's brand new properties and earn a staggering 10% guaranteed ROI for 10 years. Plus no service charges for 10 years, 100% buyback offer. Visit कीजिए दुगस्ता ऑफिस और कॉल कीजिए 800-384-2782. अच्छा, विंटर का मौसम है एंड इट इज द टाइम जब काफी लोग आर आउट एंड अबाउट एंड एक्सप्लोर डिफरेंट स्पोर्ट्स एज वेल. लेकिन ये स्पोर्ट्स के साथ क्या होता है कि स्पोर्ट्स इंजरीज का भी प्रॉब्लम होता है. टू टेल अस मोर अबाउट दिस, डॉक्टर महांतेश मगदम हमारे साथ, स्पेशलिस्ट ऑर्थोपेडिक सर्जन फ्रॉम सऊदी जर्मन शारजा. गुड मॉर्निंग डॉक्टर महांतेश.
Good morning. Hi, Vivek. Hi, Nikita.
Good morning, doctor. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm doing good.
ठंडी का मौसम आ गया finally.
So yeah,
Yes.
sports. We were talking about sports injuries, and what is categorized as sports injuries, Dr. Mahantesh?
Yeah, basically the sports injuries are the injuries which when the children, either children or adults, who venture into any sports activities, and when they get involved in these kind of activities, they sustain injuries. And sports injuries are also, they are like accidents. In fact, but many of these sports injuries are also caused due to a lack of fitness. I would say the most important cause of sports injuries are lack of fitness.
Yes, doctor, I totally agree. And because the weather's so good and we are going to be all around sporting, like, some of us are going to go biking and things like that. So, ये sports का जो specific injuries है, what are some of the specific injuries and concerns of the sport or winter sports that you think, that can be mitigated by the athletes, those who are, getting into such sports? What are the risks?
As I already told you, the biggest risk is the people who immediately venture into these kind of activities without proper planning and would like to have fun without fitness. So for such children or adults, they are likely to sustain more injuries because they absolutely, for example, see football play if they are obese.
Right.
If they are overweight, they are likely to get more injuries. They cannot control themselves. They cannot balance, and they can have ankle injuries,
But for
knee injuries. Yes.
But for athletes who are already into sports, especially winter sports like skiing, snowboarding, and ice hockey, for example, how can these athletes mitigate those risks?
The athletes, basically they are overworked and maybe they are overplaying. For example, they would have had many competitions, many practice, but in between each practice, in between each these kind of competition, they must have adequate rest. If they don't have adequate rest, there is something called as fatigue has set in. That fatigue might cause injuries.
Right, doctor. And also in terms of flexibility, muscle flexibility and injury risks, what are some of the strategies for warming up and also cooling down during the winter season?
That has to be timed, and most of them they are under a trainer. So usually a trainer and their coach, they plan all these things. So they will have their own team which plans these kind of strategies. So it will be done by the clubs, the sports clubs. So they should follow these rules and regulations. Then that should solve these problems.
Right, Dr. Mahantesh, as we speak, we got a question from John Paul. He's asking if you could tell him about sports hernia, if that's the subject.
Yes. It's one of the important subjects because of the lack of the strength of abdominal muscles. They can have this sports hernia, and if such athletes or amateur players who are suffering from this problem should seek immediate attention from either a general surgeon or a sports surgeon or orthopedic surgeon.
Because the surfaces are very slippery, especially during the winter season with dew coming in, how do slippery and ice surfaces impact injury risk, and what are some of the tips for maintaining traction and avoiding falls in the winter conditions?
As I already told you that they should have adequate strength of the knee, especially the knee muscles, the quadriceps. quadriceps and hamstring muscles and the leg muscles strength is very important to avoid these injuries. And these kinetic movements are very important, and especially the sensing. The joints have a special sensation. So these can be trained by the gym trainers, or they can approach their coaches, or they can also get information from the doctors. With these kind of measures, they can definitely avoid these injuries.
What are some of the common mistakes, doctor, in terms of athletes when they're trying to recover from winter sport injuries? And what are some evidence-based strategies that you can provide for rehabilitation and return to play?
Most important negligence what they do is they don't if the athletes if they don't follow the instructions given by their doctors, especially early return to play is one of the biggest mistake they do. Let me put an example. Let's say if an athlete has undergone some surgical correction for ligament injury, ligament correction through surgery, and he's been asked to take adequate rest or adequate rehabilitation period. He's been advised to follow that rehabilitation period. If he does not follow, and if he returns to play very early, that will cause re-injuries.
Lot of athletes, lot of players, when they go for a run, they do these ice baths. Is that a good way of recovery, Dr. Mahantesh?
Yes. It has evidences. Absolutely.
Right. Any particular tip you would want to give everyone listening to us, that now that the winters are here and everyone's out and about, and so it is important to do a little bit of warm up maybe and then get into this?
I tell all my patients, or I would like to tell all the listeners that they should plan their warm up as they plan their holidays, or as they plan their games. They should plan the warm up exercises.
And also after 40, a lot of men who think that they are playing cricket, they think they can still play professional. Should we stop thinking that way?
No.
See?
No,
that's nice.
No, absolutely. That is wrong to say.
Yeah.
Age is no bar. Anybody can become a star. Anybody can go to Olympics, provided they follow all the rules and regulations.
Correct.
Nice. Thank you, Dr. Mahantesh. It was such a pleasure, and we need to come to Saudi German to get a consultation from you, specialist orthopedic surgery in Sharjah.
Yes.
Lovely.
Yes.
Have a fantastic weekend, and we are going hiking, I think, this weekend. Any tips for everyone who's going hiking?
Hiking, they should prepare for their gears first, and they should check their fitness levels. They should check their knee muscle strength. They should check what level of muscle strength they have at the ankle and leg, and they should check their back.
Yeah.
They should check their back, and they should be confident, and there should be inner confidence should be there.
Right. One last question, Dr. Mahantesh. I heard somewhere and I read somewhere that when you do squats, it is excellent for your entire body. Is that one particular exercise recommended?
Yes, because it involves the core stability muscles, and it involves the muscles of the hip and the knee and the leg. So that's very important.
Nice. Dr. Mahantesh, lovely talking to you. Thank you so much for the insights and knowledge. Thank you.
Lots to learn that we've learned from you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Bye.
808-1003, that's the number जहाँ आप हमें फोन कर सकते हैं. Lot of stories as well discuss करेंगे right after this.
Yo, it's Alfred. You see? InsuranceMarket.ae. Car, health, home life, travels and business too. 20,000 reviews, we've got the crew. InsuranceMarket.ae. Largest in the UAE.